In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the timing belt on an air compressor. The timing belt transfers power between the motor and the pump on your air compressor. After a while, the belt will become brittle and cracked, and eventually it'll break. Once it breaks, the motor will run on your compressor, but the pump won't produce any pressure. Replacing a timing belt is an easy repair, and we're going to show you how. Let's get started. We'll get started by removing the manifold cover. Next, we'll remove the two screws that secure the pump to the tank. Now just slide the pump assembly to the side and lift it away from the tank. Now remove the two screws that secure the top handle to the pump. There are three screws that secure the two halves of the pump cover. I'll remove those screws, and then I can pull the back half of the cover away. Now we need to remove the pump and motor assembly from the housing. It's being held in place at this point by three wires, this yellow filled wire, a white filled wire on the other side, and the green ground wire. Before we remove these wires, it's a good idea to make note of the color and location of each wire so you can refer to it when you reassemble. I'll use a couple pair of needle nose pliers to pull this connection apart. A flat-bladed screwdriver for the ground connection, now I'll rotate the pump out of the housing so I have access to the second filled connection. And again, I'll use my pliers to pull that connection apart. With the wire connections removed, now I can pull the pump away from the housing. I need to remove the connecting rods, so we'll be able to pull the belt free of the pulleys. To do that, I'm going to use a screwdriver to bind up between the connecting rod and the pulley so it won't rotate, and then I'll use a socket to remove the screw. And this screw can be on there pretty tight. With the connecting rod removed, now I can go ahead and pull the belt off of the pulleys and away from the pump. Now we can install our new belt. First, I'll loop it around the upper pulley and then just roll it onto the lower pulley. Now I can reattach the connecting rod and secure with the screw. Now we can place the pump back into the housing. I'll slide it in just far enough so we can make our first wire connection to the field. That's the white wire. Now I'll continue to slide the pump into the housing, lining up these feet with the grooves in the housing. Pull my wires through. And now I can connect the yellow wire to its field connection. And now I'll re-secure the ground wire connection. With the pump wires reattached, now we can replace the rear housing cover and secure it with the screws. Now we can install the handle to the top of the pump and secure it with the screws. Now I'll place the pump back onto the isolator feet and slide it back. Now replace the screws that secure the pump. And finish up by replacing the manifold cover.